Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome. I'm Louise from Wildflower Wool, and it's Monday, which means it is knit night here on the Wildflower Wool YouTube channel. It's a brand new week, and I think I have a hungry kitty. So I'm sorry if you hear her meowing. I think she's looking for her supper. Anyways, it is knit night. So everybody grab your knitting, get settled in. We're going to chat for about an hour. I have got the new yarn that you were voting for today. Hopefully, you had a chance to go to here on YouTube, Wildflower Wool's Facebook page, Wildflower Wool's um, Instagram stories and post, and there's all kinds of places you can vote. So, what we were voting on today, let me pull out the yarn. These are both two new balls that I bought this past weekend while I was away at a knitting retreat. So I'll talk a little bit more about these in a minute. So there was Millie. Millie is it's a nice brown shade. I love this. Really, really, really like this for a capelet. Oh, darn. I don't think I brought the patterns up here. Okay. I won't be able to show you the patterns that I was talking about, but we'll just chat about them. So this was for a capelet. This kind of blue and gray stripe gradient spray was for another summer lacy pullover. So you guys were voting for these. So I guess you had your option between whether it was the project, the capelet, the sweater, or the yarn, whether it was this really nice brown or the blue. Didn't go into detail on any of the posts about the yarn, so you were just kind of going by the color. And I have got the winning yarn. So a little minutes maybe here, so some more people come in before we announce the winner. So it was a very interesting poll again today. Again, Facebook, much different than YouTube or Instagram for whatever reason. Not sure why. So it was not really close. Not really close. Last week, I thought the kind of the underdog on Instagram was going to come up and take over the lead. It was like one vote short of tying it up. Not so close this week. So before I tell you which one, oh, Lynn is saying, please say Millie. Well, I'm going to make you stay a little bit suspense for a little bit longer. So, Millie, has anybody knit with these yarns? First off, if you leave a comment if you've used these. This yarn here, I think it said it was made in Italy. Don't make me try to say this. Well, maybe I will. You can have a good laugh. Borgo de Pazia? Oh, sorry. See, there. Can you see that? I have some of this yarn, not Millie, but some of this brand of yarn was wound in like not a ball, I don't know, like the little 50-gram balls. No, maybe they're 100. It doesn't matter. Anyways, it was different than this. It was 100% wool, I'm pretty sure. And I got it at Little Red Mitten a couple of years ago. It's been in my stash for a little while and I haven't knit with it. It just looks really pretty. It feels really nice. And when I saw this, I was like, "Ooh, I remember I have some other yarn of this brand at home, but I've never knit with it, but I have bought it before." So this is Millie, and Millie is, I'm calling it a DK. It doesn't really say, it doesn't have on here, like a number system, like a 3 for a DK, a 4 for worsted, 5 for chunky. It is a 50% wool, 25% acrylic, 25% polyester. It's a 100-gram ball, 270 meters, plus or minus 5%, 295 yards. So no names, just a color number. And what was the gauge on here? Oh my gosh, you guys, I had to actually take a picture of the ball band, blow it up. Um, so I could actually read it, but I think this said 24 stitches in 4 inches or 10 centimeters. So I'm counting this as like a DK weight. It's really nice. It is a little on the rustic side. So if you like rustic wool like I do, this would be a good one for you. So there was this option. This was for the capelet. If you watched the Fiber Friend podcast on Saturday morning, you heard all about the capelet. And I did mention the lace sweater as well. So this yarn here, oh, I should say this yarn here came from the Knitting Basket yarn shop. It was the first time we'd been to her shop. A really cute little shop she has on the side of her house. She's got a beautiful garden, a nice selection of yarn, both some really, really high end um, hand dyed sock yarn that I had never, a couple dyers that I hadn't heard about, polka dot something. I remember that one. She has socks and with some minis there. Our friend Vicky from Songbird Fibers, she had yarn in that shop. So it was very nice. The owner's name was Angie. She was lovely. It was a very busy, busy little spot. There was people coming and going. A woman was leaving when we got there. One lady came in for needles while we were shopping, and two women met us as we were leaving. So yeah, it was a very, very busy spot. And there was one lady who is a watcher of the podcast. So it was really nice just to randomly meet somebody who watches the podcast. So it was lovely to get to meet her and have a little chit chat in the parking lot of the yarn shop. So, anyways, that was Millie. Really, really nice. Can't wait to cast this one on. This ball came from Linda's Craftique, which lovely, lovely shop, quite a large shop. She's got a good selection of yarns. And this was one that I had never seen before. So Simply Worsted Spray by Haiku. So has anybody knit with this one? So this is actually a chunky weight. And this I bought, believe it or not, you guys, you were both going to fall off your chairs when both of these yarns for projects, not just stash enhancement. Not because it was pretty, not because I just fell in love with it on the shelf. I actually had a plan. So this was purchased for the capelet. This was purchased for the sweater, the lacy sweater. If you saw the Fiber Friends podcast, I think I held up the magazine and it was a blue lace one on the front. So that's what this was purchased for. So this, oh, I see Liz is giving me the drum roll sign. So I'll tell you about this yarn and then I'll tell you which one I'm actually casting on. So this yarn is really nice, not rusticy at all. Where this one is rusticy, this is the opposite end. This one is really nice and soft. This one, 55% merino superwash, 28 acrylic and 17 nylon. It's a 200-gram ball. There's 256 meters, 280 yards in this. It's chambray is the color. So it is kind of a bluey gray. That looks pretty close on screen. So let me see. Oh, Diane said, oh, you've got spray in two colorways, but you haven't knit with it yet. Okay. Oh no. Liz and Jocelyn are saying the suspense. All right. I've dragged it out long enough. Okay. The one that I'm casting on this week, capelet or sweater. Drum roll. The winning yarn that I'm casting on is spray. For the sweater, I am going to be so well stocked with sweaters this year. Somebody in the comments who knows me very well said they were voting for spray for a sweater for next summer. So, I mean, my track record is not that good. So, next summer is entirely possible, but I'm hoping not. I'm really hoping the next few weeks I can carve out a little extra knitting time, like literally put it in my calendar and block off time and don't get distracted. So I can work through some of these sweaters because I've got a lot of sweaters on the needles. Maybe next week can do a little bit of a sweater um, recap because I have a few. And I would like to get some done because it is getting warm out and it is now the perfect time to be wearing them. So spray. So Diane, I saw Diane say that she had it in her stash. Did anybody else have it? I know, poor Daisy. Poor Daisy. I think she's given up. I think she's left the room. I know. She has supper. She has food. She has water. She's fine. I think she's just being a cat. Okay, so I think it was just Diane's the only one who said they have spray. Yeah, I had never seen this, And excuse me, I had never seen Millie. I had never seen either one of these yarns in a yarn shop before. So, I was very excited. And I think I said now, and I think I said last week, didn't I say that I was only looking for sweater quantities? I pretty much held up to that. I mean, I got 3 balls of this. Where is it? So, there was 3 balls of this colorway left, and it's exactly what I needed, and it should give me a little bit more yardage than I need. So, hopefully, I won't be playing any yarn chicken. So, the sweater that I cannot show you the pattern of, while we were away at the retreat house, um, I'm assuming a knitter who came to the retreat probably cleared out some of their old knitting magazines. These ones were there was magazines, there was, a lot of Vogue, some Interweave, um, and some English, like Simply Knitting, some British magazines, and they were from, like, 2004, 2013, so they were from whoop, Daisy is back. They were from a number of years ago. But they were really fun to look at. There were some things in those magazines that we had a big laugh over because it was a lot of with the ribbon yarn, the fun fur stuff, and we're like, "Oh my goodness, did we really knit with that?" You know, you look back and you're like, "What were we thinking?" So, but there was also a lot of things that were pretty classic that, stood the test of time. And there was a couple things that we all agreed we would like to knit. So, um oh, no. Oh, Lynn. Lynn says I'm consistent with my vote. Wrong side of the popular vote, but consistent. Well, you know what, Lynn? I wanted to cast on both of these. Like the girls that I was away with at the retreat, we were all had all of our yarn spread out on the table, and we're like, "Ooh, what's your favorite? What are you going to cast on first?" And I'm like, I really don't know. Um, the spray and the Millie, they were maybe my top 2. I don't know. It's hard. It was really hard to know. Um, oh, what was the win Diane's asking? Spray was the win. It's a lace sweater. So anyways, this lace sweater, I can't sorry, I think I'm getting a little distracted. Talking about lots of stories all at the same time. We had a really fun weekend. So, the magazines. This blue lace sweater was actually on the cover of the magazine. I looked at it and I thought, ooh, that's actually really cute. And Fiber Friends are doing Lace Month, even though what are we? It's like end of May. It's maybe a little late to cast on it. Well, no, it's never too late. If you find a project you like, so well, apparently I'm casting it on tonight. So I'll have another project started for the Fiber Friends Lace Challenge. But it is a very open lace. It's chunky weight yarn, so it's going to knit up quick. I think the suggested needle size was a 6.5 or an 8. I don't know. Um, anyways, now I gotta think about that. Anyways, I'm gonna do a gauge swatch, of course. So it's just simple. It is all over lace, but it's chunky weight. Shouldn't have a problem, I don't think. It's only a 4-row repeat. So hopefully that will go fairly easily and knit up pretty quick. Um, oh no, what's Jocelyn? Okay, I'm gonna read Jocelyn's comment here. She said, I'm positive if Louise talks to me, oh, a capelet raise could occur as I'm sitting on a cape recipe I want to make. Really? Okay, Jocelyn. We'll have to chat about that. Um, maybe that could be one of our goals for our goal knitting for June. Anyways, yeah, I know. So the sweater, I'm really excited for. It is long. I don't know, it's maybe about 3/4 sleeves, kind of a bell sleeve. I really, really like it. I really like it a lot. So I'm gonna get started on that tonight. At least find some needles, get started on a gauge swatch for tonight. The capelet I'm a little sad about because the whole capelet thing, we talked at great length Saturday morning on the Fiber Friends podcast about capelets because I was a little bit obsessed about capelets. Are they functional? Are they wearable? Do they stay in place? Do they bunch all up? And Diane, who she had said that she had knit a couple, and you guys, Diane's are beautiful. She posted them in the Fiber Friends. One was a green with stranded color work. Oh my goodness, absolutely stunning. And and a couple people have assured me that yes, they have gone shopping in them. You can raise your arms, you can do all kinds of things. So I think, the absolute best test is just to knit one myself, and then I will know, do I like it or do I not? Will I put a capelet in the um, with my love of my love of shawlettes and fingerless mitts, you know, will a capelet do, or do I just need a cardigan? I don't know. So at some point, I'm going to cast this on, and then I will know for myself one way or the other. And I'm kind of hoping that I like the capelet because I actually bought two sets of yarn for it. So fingers crossed. And I think I just said in a video not that long ago, I suggested with the denim or with the remix yarn, the Barocco remix, I said, just if you're, trying a new yarn, maybe like buy two skeins, enough for like a cowl or a hat. No, I never follow my own advice. I go and buy, multiple balls of brand new yarn before I've even tried it, which is a little risky, but also very, very fun. So anyways, so Millie's gonna go on the shelf for a little bit, maybe until Jocelyn and I do a, a capelet knit along. We'll have to chit chat about that, Jocelyn. Okay, so spray it is. Super excited to try that yarn. It's really, really soft. My goal would be to have it done. Well, it's only May, June, July. Yeah, I want to try and have it done fairly quick because I do want to wear it. I picture myself wearing this in a summer evening. If you've got a tank top on and you want something and just pull it on over top. Even though it's merino, it's going to be lace. If it's chilly, I don't know. I think it'll be lovely. So, um, I think it'll still be good as a cool summer night sweater. I'll try it and see. If not, it'll be fantastic. I'm hoping like it'll be an all year long sweater, just depending on what you wear underneath it. So awesome voting, you guys. I'm super excited about it. A little sad for Millie, but that's all right. She'll make an appearance again. Um, Sally said you could use it for next month's challenge. You're right, because Fiber Friends for June is another get her done challenge. So you're right. I could cast on my lace the end of May, and then I could work through it in June. I've got a lot of projects I can work on as for get her done projects, but you're absolutely right, Sally. It will totally count for next week or next month. Oh, okay. Jocelyn says capelets are very useful. Perfect. That's what I need to hear. Do you want to see the yarn that I got, thinking for another capelet? Oh, Louise is going to knit a capelet for when I fly. Much easier when on the airplane. See, I think that would be a good see. I picture mine, everything you would think I lived at a beach house because I always picture my knits and I'm like on the beach, in my dream life, as I'm at the beach. Because I do like to go to the beach quite a bit in the summer, and I like to go, around 4 o'clock when the heat of the day is ending, and I like to go when it's cooler at night and then stay till sunset. So you do need something over your shoulders. So again, I'm picturing this capelet being the perfect beach knitting attire. So we will see. Hopefully stay tuned for pictures, selfies of me on the beach wearing a capelet or a lace sweater. All the things. We will see. Okay. Let me talk about okay. Shall we talk about last week's cast on? I got distracted, you guys. Last week's cast on, you guys voted for blues. You voted for blues. Blues over the blue or the green and the beige. This is Barocco Vintage chunky. I'm in a bit of a chunky weight yarn kick right now. You guys voted for blues. This was going to be for a stranded hat. I totally got distracted by one of my other earlier cast-ons, and I have cast on. I have not even joined it in the round and have not even started the ribbing. That was really I know, I never get distracted, but it'll be worth it when you see what I did. So I did wind the yarn because they were in skeins last week. So both colors. This is indigo. This is forget me not. They're wound, ready to go. I did find needles, so I pulled out a 6 millimeter. I'm gonna try. I'm pretty sure this is a 6. I think this is a 6. Nope, it's a 6.5. It says. Anyways, I wanted to do the body of the hat either 6 or 6.5. So because it's going to be stranded, you typically want to go up a needle size. So I'm going to give this one a go. If I don't like it, I'm going to do like 4 or 5 rounds. I don't think I'll do a little bit. We'll see how it's looking, making sure my floats don't show through if it's too loose. Um, if I don't like it, I'll just pull it out, pick up stitches, and carry on. So I use the indigo with a 5 millimeter needle for the ribbing. And the exciting part of my ribbing is that I did not do long tail this time. I actually went with the alternating cable cast on. So you are basically you're doing a cable cast on knitwise. So a regular cable cast on is your knit stitch. Then you go through bring the yarn behind the work and poke the needle through between the stitches towards you. Wrap purlwise, bring up a stitch, slide it on your needle. And then you just keep going back and forth, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. And it gives you a really nice stretchy edge. And I do really truly like the look of this edge better for a hat than the long tail cast on. I always tell new students that if you're only to ever pick one cast on to do for like all of your knitting, long tail is always a good go-to. But this one here, I don't know if you can see that, it just gives you like a really nice rolled edge. The stitches just kind of go right around the very edge of the of your knitting, and it just really gives a nice tidy look that what do I have here? You can always tell when you do a long tail cast on, usually. You can see like a chain edge across the bottom of it, and that's fine, but I really do like this. So I sometimes though I get distracted and I without thinking I just automatically go to long tail, but this time I thought no, I got to really catch myself and do the alternating cable cast on because I really do like it for hats. So that is where I am. I haven't even counted my stitches yet. So I'm going to count them and then I will join, being super careful not to twist this time. I'm not going to have enough stitches on here that the twisting will be a problem. Remember my black, oh, what is that? The Soul Denim that I started the other lacy top with. I had so many stitches on that needle and I twisted my join. So that's why it's in timeout right now until I get my new needles in that I ordered. Okay, this obviously doesn't look like enough, so I think I'm going to have to cast on a few more, but I will just place a marker, join it in the round, and I'm going to work one by one ribbing. One knit one, purl one, and get this started, and then I will add in the forget-me-not color. So more updates on this coming next week. What else? Before I show you what I got totally distracted with, I will show you what else. Oh, no, this is not it. This is a sock that is in my project bag that I did not work on this week. So it was, yeah, this one here has got set aside, unfortunately. This is the cat bird yarn. It has not been worked on for a little while. I'm not sure how that ended up in my shawl bag, but it did. My shawl, my garter stitch asymmetrical shawl. This has been a project that I've tried to pick up and work on for about an hour a day, most days this week. and I've got a little bit more done. Every Monday night after we're done chatting, I move my stitch marker from wherever. This is where I was last Monday night after we chatted. So I got a nice little chunk done because the rows are getting longer. So it's getting a nice size. The yarn is knitting up nice. I'm really happy with just how all those colors are just blending together. No real big chunks. Like there's little bits of orange, but I don't it's not bothering me. I'm liking how the colors are knitting up. So why don't I'm just gonna move this marker right now. These little light bulb markers are so great for um here's Anne's comment. Yes, I ordered a whole set of ChiaoGoo interchangeable needles. Yes, I did. So um I don't know when they're coming in, but my sweater is on hold until I get those needles, so I've got something with a really nice pointy point, and I think that will make that sweater project go a lot better. Easier, faster, more enjoyable. The black lace sweater that I was doing, the needles, I had an old circular needle that really wasn't quite long enough. The needle tips were a little dull. They were a little not pointy enough. That's what I was gonna say. That is very good grammar, Louise. They were not pointy enough, so it just really made all of the knit twos together. It struggled. It really just slowed me down. So I thought, no, I'm just gonna set it aside, get some needles, and that's that. So that was my birthday present to myself. So hopefully they come in soon, and then I can show them to you. I'll be super excited to get them. Anyway, so this guy here is working along well. There's lots of yardage in this. This is the Lolo Did It Blue Jean Baby colorway. Not sure if she still has this on offer because this has been in my stash for a few years, but it is really lovely. So maybe she still dyes it, or maybe she will bring it back. If you follow her, it would be something to keep an eye on if you like it. It's really nice. And the yarn base is really, really nice to knit with. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I did work a little bit. I think what I did was I grabbed the wrong pair of socks. My lace socks, the blue ones that I'm doing for the Fiber Friends that are the other side of the river pattern. I did work on those a little bit this weekend while we were away. Did some more of the lace. I'm getting really close to the toe. Maybe one more pattern repeat, maybe two, and I'm almost ready to decrease for the toe. They're little shorty socks, so I'm gonna have one sock done really, really soon, which will be nice because again, perfect time to wear shorty socks, right? So, but I don't have them. You'll just have to take my word for it that they're coming along great. I don't even want to say it, but if I was focused, I could have one sock done for next week. So maybe, maybe, maybe. Okay, what I got totally distracted on and what I've been working on a lot this week is one of my sweaters. This is the navy. What was this? Nightfall? I think the color was Nightfall. This is the denim. Why do I want to keep calling it denim? It's not denim. Barocco Remix Worsted. This is the maybe because it does kind of look like denim, doesn't it? But this is the yarn, no wool in it. Oh, this one does have a ball band. I was just gonna say I'm a terrible podcaster tonight. I'm not, doesn't it does, it just has a lot of yarn wound up on it. But tell you the content of this. If you haven't knit with this, you guys, I am really, really liking this. It's 3% nylon, 20% cotton, 24 acrylic, 10 silk, and 9% linen. It feels really nice. It feels like a cotton. No itch factor to this at all, obviously, because there's no wool in it. It knits up really nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Definitely can make a lot more projects than this. Some little baby sweaters for my granddaughter, I think will be perfect for this fall. Sweaters for me, like even winter like ones to wear in the winter, even though there's no wool. Absolutely. Love it, love it, love it. So this one here, I am just kind of doing, there's no set pattern that I'm following for this. It's kind of a gauged garment. top down, just a crew neck, rounded neck. It's gonna have a little bit of ribbing on it. It's gonna have little just short sleeves. And I am making it a bit of an A-line. So we will see. This is just a little bit of trial and error, kind of a plan in my head that I'm following. So far, it's working out fine. I did just put this. I'll show you what I've got done. So there we are. So there's the sweater. My sleeves are on just some waist cotton, some crochet cotton that I had. So both sleeves, and then I am just working round and round and round, doing a little bit of increasing to give it that A line. But there, that's the start of my body. And let me tell you, this has been taking a little while. The rounds are a little bit long, and but it's worsted weight. I think I'm doing a 5 millimeter needle. I like this. It's got some nice drape to it. It's not at a little looser gauge, but still, I think fine for sweater knitting. I always kind of do the poke test. You know, if you can poke your baby finger through in between your stitches, then it's probably too loose and maybe, won't hold its shape or get, really sag and stretch. So this is still tight enough that you can't get your finger through there. Um, it's got, it's cotton. There's no wool in it, so you don't have quite as much stretch, but there's still some give to it. So I think it'll be nice to wear. We're going to give it a whirl anyways. Raglan sleeves. You can see the raglan there. It's been a really, really fun for I'm loving this. This is what I've just been picking up and knitting round and round on. It was perfect retreat knitting because the whole weekend was like one big knit night, and when you're in a group of knitters and you're all knitting and you're all chatting, you don't want anything too complicated. You don't want chart reading and cabling and all that kind of stuff because it's just a recipe for um making a mistake and pulling out rows of knitting. So this was nice. It was just pick it up, round and round. The thing that I am doing is I am measuring and then I'm putting in a couple of increases here. So I did try it on the other night. I did take a minute and put another spare needle in here, put half the stitches on the spare needle so I could spread everything out. And I put it on, fits. Looks really, really good. Super happy with it. So I'm just going to be careful with the increases because I wanted to have a nice little, I wanted to have too much. So after every increase section, I'm going to do a few rows and then I'm going to try it on again just to see that I'm liking how it's shaping up, literally shaping up. And that's it. So I'm just going to go, I'm not entirely sure. Well, I think I know. I have it in my head that I want to try wearing some cropped sweaters. In the past, I haven't been a big fan of them, but I think it's just because I think I don't like them, not that I actually wear them and give them a fair chance and then, not like them. So, I don't know. I may make this one a little bit longer. We'll see. As I'm knitting it, we'll see how I go. I've got tons of yarn. I bought a couple of extra balls at Little Red Mitten when I was there the last time. So I don't think having enough yarn, I don't think that'll play a factor in. I just started my third ball. So, and I have two more. So let's see. And if I need to, I can always go back and buy another one. So that won't be a problem. So that is what this was my go-to all weekend. Super fun, relaxing, knitting. Really, really liking it. Oh, Jocelyn, I love how the sweater's working up. The Broken Rex is so lovely. It is really lovely. Thanks, Jocelyn. Let's see. Oh, the blue is beautiful. That has been nice too. And it feels really, really soft. I'm really hoping that this is just going to be one of those sweaters that you just grab and throw on. So I'm just going to keep working away on this one as well. It's been, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with all these sweaters. So that really has been my knitting. But yep, I think that's it. That's been really all that I've worked on this week. But I do have some more yarn to show you from yarn shopping. Did a little more yarn shopping that I will show you. So I had told you that I had bought another colorway for the capelet. Oh, Sally. No, I have not been updating Ravelry. My whiteboard is almost up to date. It is up to date to the end of April. Um, so I need to put May's projects on. And where was I? Oh my gosh, I can't read it. I had 22 cast-ons by the end of April. So then I have to put in May's in there. I can't remember. I think might have just been under 50%. Might have had more cast-ons and finishes at the end of April. And now that I keep casting on sweaters, that's not gonna work well in my finished to cast on ratio, but that's okay. I will catch up at some point. Um, oh no, and see, Anne said, while teasing me about buying more needles, she messed up her knitting. Serves you right. Well, sorry, Anne. I'm really sorry that that happened. Hopefully, it's a quick fix. Oh, and I saw Sam. Yes, Sam's working on her dishcloth. So you're a little bit behind where you wanted to be, Sam. Well, that's okay. The year is still young. You've got lots of time to play catch up. We all know what that feeling's like, right? Um, okay, let me show you what I got here. This bag's crinkly, so I'll try not to. So what did I get? I think of Millie, just to make sure that I had enough. So there was that, which I love, 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 love. And then I picked up 3 balls of this gray. Now this is a King Cole yarn forest. It says recycled Aran, but I'm not. It doesn't say anything more on the ball band about that, as if it really is a recycled yarn, or I'm not sure. Anyways, 100-gram ball. It is saying it. So this is like, well, okay. It says Aran on the front here, the ball band, and it's suggesting a 5 millimeter needle, and 18 stitches is the gauge. It's 35% wool, 20 acrylic, 20 polyamide, 25% viscose. And it is 300 meters. So there's a lot of yarn in this ball. No colorway on here. Oh, actually it is. Grisburn Forest. Now, my friend Alyssa got the same yarn in a cream color, and its colorway was another name of a forest. So I did not Google it, but I'm wondering if these are actual names of like forests. King Cole. I think this is a British yarn, I'm guessing. But yes, I'm thinking they're named after forests, like our provincial parks, something maybe. I don't totally guessing there. But anyways, the gray is really, really nice. It's a lot less picky than the Millie because it does only have 35% wool in it, but it is really nice. And I think it is a washable too. I think it does say yep, it does say wash. So probably wash on gentle if you want, or hand wash it. Um, it feels really nice. And I think this gray will be really nice to knit that capelet in. It so the capelet, I'll just kind of describe it to you. Had a really deep ribbing, and I think that's what I liked because I saw some other patterns for capelets, and I was like, I don't know. They were like just really open, like just like a big rectangle that was seamed and over your shoulder. And I know some of them I liked, some of them there was things that I didn't, but this one here had ribbing, so it came up just literally like the start of a top-down sweater, ribbing around the neck, and then it had raglan increases for so far, and then you just knit straight. So, and this gauge actually would work a little bit better for that pattern, but the other one for Millie, I'll have to kind of do a little bit of math and figure it out. So anyway, I thought I would do this as well in that pattern if I liked it. So gray, very wearable, kind of go with anything, look good with jeans. So I bought 3 balls of that. And that was all at the knitting basket, which was a really nice, yeah, that was a really cute store. first time we'd been in there, so we'll definitely go back, when we're back again. Um, the other store, Linda's Craftique. So this has been Linda's Craftique has been around for, I don't know, quite a long time. She used to be down, kind of the other side of Toronto. Daisy is here. Hi, Daisy. Can you hear her purring? She's a happy kitty. Anyways, and a number of years ago, she moved the store um, further north. So she's got a beautiful spot now with tons and tons of yarn. And we were looking through all of the yarn, and I knew I had wanted something like sweater quantity. Well, kind of came across this chunky yarn, and I don't know what it was about this yarn. This is a Stell Eco Tweed chunky. So what is it? It's a 75/25. So it's really nice. It has a different feel to it. Has anybody knit with this yarn? It has a little bit of a pick to it. It's not soft. If you're have trouble with wool, this might be one to try out first before. But I don't know. Linda at the yarn shop, she said this knits up really, really well. She said it does soften as you knit it and you wash it. So I don't know, I just really, really liked it, and I bought a few colors of it, thinking that I would do maybe like a striped sweater. Oh, oh, Nikki said she has knit with the chunky, but not the tweed chunky. Okay, and how did you like it? Um, yeah, I know. I'm kind of in this whole tweed thing. So this is the color names are the colors, basically. They didn't get too in, well, I don't know, inventive. This is denim. I mean, sometimes that's good, right? Sometimes you get inventive names, somebody gets really creative and it's not really clear what the colorway is. But denim. Denim's denim, right? Can't go wrong with that. But you can see the tweed in there. It's really nice. So tweed, I think this one is maroon. Oh, Nikki said so soft and loved it. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Nikki. I'm really, really happy that you said that. I mean, I don't know. Everybody has it's always individual, right? Because as much as you loved it and I'm thinking I'm really gonna like it, there's probably somebody out there who's like, no, it didn't get soft enough for me. And they would probably, say it was a little itchy or something, but personal preference, right? This is gold. So this one here, can we see it? It has like the flecks in it, like there's a little bit of red. There you can see. Like a little bit of red, a little bit of blue. It's really, really pretty. This one, Rosa. I think it was Rosa. Yeah, Rosa. So it's got white flecks in it again. So it's a really pretty kind of I don't know. I was gonna say dusty rose, but it's not dusty rose. It's darker than that. It's deeper, like a more lilac-y, rosy color. It's a really pretty shade. And I'm not, pink is usually not my favoriteest color, but I did really like this. And then I got the light blue aqua. So there again, it's got a little bit of red and a little bit of different blue specks in that for the tweed that I really liked. There was a darker blue. I did not get that. There was a couple of shades of purple. I didn't get that. I'm really finding purples are not ones that I really gravitate to. So this is charcoal, just a nice medium gray. Again, it's got the white specks in it, really pretty. And I think this is probably oatmeal. Oh, no, natural. It's natural, but it's more like beigey than creamy color. I know on the screen it's looking more cream, but it's more of a beige. It looks like oatmeal. I would call it oatmeal. If I was naming this, I would call it oatmeal. So there it is. And what does it have for spec? Like the tweedy in it is there's like a little bit of a darker brown. I'm not sure if that will pick up on there. Anyways, it's really, really pretty. I like this a lot too. And then of course I got for some reason. This what is this one Leaf. And it's kind of got little bits of red, darker green. Oops, let me hold it so you can see it. Can we see? I'm not sure if the tweed's showing up, but the leaf green, that's about the color of green that it is. Really pretty. It's nice bright green. So I think that's all the colors that I got. I think that was maybe 8 or 9 skeins. 8 maybe. So I'm hoping that that will be enough for a sweater. Um, I wasn't planning anything. I just grabbed some skeins. So hopefully it is. If I need something else, I debated about I may order some more dark. There was a nice brown too, like not a chocolate brown, a little lighter than that, like a nice medium brown. And there was that, and there was a darker navy. And now I'm really thinking, oh, I wish I had bought a couple of balls of that to use more as a base. I don't know. So I may end up placing an order and just having it shipped to me. We will see. Oh, Nikki said, you have a child with eczema, wore a cowl made with it and loved it. Well, you can't get much better endorsement than that, can you? That's good. That's making me really, really hopeful. I don't know if we'll see if my family, if my daughter will wear it. I'm not so sure, but I'm actually thinking that I would like to do a sweater for me out of that. And if I like it, maybe I will see if I can source some more. See, I'm not sure if any of our yarn shops closer to home have it. Linda's Craftique is just a little too far to just jump in the car and just go like on a date. Well, I mean, you could do a day trip, but it would be a lot of driving. It's just a little too far, really. Could do it if I really wanted to, but probably just order it. Anyway, so that I think that was all my yarn shopping. So, 4 different kinds of yarn, plans for pretty much all of it, 2 sweaters and 2 caplets. So we'll see what actually happens with it. So I'm really excited. We had a great weekend away, little yarn shopping, tons and tons of knitting, tons and tons of food. The weather was nice for the most part. A little cool, a little rainy one day, but that was fine. I mean, we were happy to sit inside and knit at the retreat. It was just perfect to get away, just get away from the laundry, the vacuuming, and there was nothing to do other than we had quick meals, quick tidy up, and that was it. And the girls were really good because I'm still on crutches in my foot, so I got out of all of the cleaning up. They were really they took very good care of me, and they did all that kind of work. So I'll have to double up on my share when we go again next year. Oh, pop the name of the yarn in Ravelry, and I will tell you where it's sold. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, let's just start closest to you. I will do that, Nikki. That's a great tip. I had kind of forgotten about doing that. I will do that and see. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm pretty sure Knit Stitch doesn't have it. Pretty sure Little Red Mitten doesn't, but there are a couple of other shops around. Like there's Galt House of Yarn. That's a little bit closer. Always up for a Saturday little drive, right? When the weather's nice. So we'll see. So what else have you all been knitting? We've got about 10 minutes to chit chat here and see what you all have been working on. Anybody close to a finish? Anybody casting anything on? Did anybody do any yarn shopping over the weekend? So it is the long weekend for us. So anybody that's here in Canada, it is a long weekend. So today was a holiday. I'm off work still with a broken foot. So it doesn't really. I have tomorrow off as well. So the long weekend doesn't have quite the same impact when you're not working. But it was still nice. Today was a nice day outside. I actually really haven't knit yet today because I did do a little bit of gardening. So it was kind of a gardening day. The sun was out, it was warm, it was really nice. So tonight will be a sit down and work on my new sweater, work on my old sweater, and Yeah, gardening season has started, so now it'll be a little bit of budgeting my time between watering some flowers, sitting out in the garden, knitting is what I'm really looking forward to. Oh, Liz, you're almost finished with your socks. That is super exciting. Nikki is close to finishing a blanket and a shawl. A blanket, that is a big finish, Nikki. And a shawl. That is also a lot of knitting. That's super exciting. That is so fun. Jocelyn, she's crocheting granny squares together. So you're getting closer to a finish. That is super exciting. I like it. It's nice when you get something finished, right? Is a good sense of, well, you can actually use it or wear it for starters. And then just knowing that you have something finished, yeah, it's exciting. And then you can just fill that needle up with something else, which is also very exciting. I never really know what is more, well, I was gonna say, I don't know what's more exciting, the finishing or the starting. I think I would have to say the starting because I think I would have to say the starting, but finishes are pretty darn close too. Sally, she's working on her blueberry socks. I just cast on the second one. I'm using two 9-inch circulars. Gonna wind up my DK minis tomorrow for your blanket. That is fun. Knowing that you're gonna start a new project and working on your socks, starting socks too. Half done a pair. That's wonderful. Yeah, Sally posted. I saw the picture of that blueberry colorway. It is really pretty. That's gonna be fun to wear. Ah, good stuff. Good, good stuff. I know, it's always so fun. So, um, what else? Sam. So I saw Sam, you said you put a dishcloth count, I think, back in here a little while ago. And oh yes, you wanted to be at 60 to 65 by the end of the month. Don't know if I can catch up my goal to 200. Uh, you got lots of time. Lots of time. Um, yeah, if you need to take a little bit of a break, you've got lots of time to catch up. So I would not stress about that at all. Susanna. Hi, Susanna. Are you working on the Rebel Make Along or are you working on something else tonight? Rebel Make Along, Rebel Knit Along, Jocelyn's pattern. Nikki, did you finish Jocelyn's shawl? The 24-day Rebel Knit Along. I was gonna call it a make along, Jocelyn, I don't know why. So, I know, Nikki, you and I cast on the same day. I got distracted. Um, somewhere. It was up here. It's on one of these shelves. I only got a couple of days done. Yeah. But I think I might have to change my colors. I was trying to knit from stash, and I don't know if that was it. If I wasn't 100% sold on my colors, that's what might have been my stumbling block, because right? If you love it, love it, love it, you knit on it all the time. If you're not sure, yeah, so I think I might have to switch colors and start it again. So, Nikki, how far did you get on yours, or did you finish it? You probably finished, and I've just forgotten. Oh, Louisa's got a good tip here. So, Caleb from Drowning in Yarn, I have not heard of that, has a great YouTube tutorial for the alternating cable cast on. She uses it all the time. That's good to know. So, Louise, your capelet that you're going to knit, have you started it or do you have the yarn for it? Oh, um, let's see here. So, I know Rebel. See, that's what make along. So that's where I'm getting the M from. Is it's a mystery knit along. So I'm not totally mixed up when I'm saying the M. Oh, Susanna, you're doing a blanket for the baby. Make a long story short blanket. Ah, so is that crocheted or knit, Susanna? Also working on the baby vertebrae. Nice. Let's see. Not working on the rebel. Oh, Nikki says no, I did not. LOL. I frogged it and cast on the design. Whoops. Okay, so maybe you and I will yeah, have to get back to that at some point, right? Oh, Liz is still on day 20. Well, that's pretty close. You only have 24, so you are, like, literally 1, 2, 3, like, this close to getting it done. Make mystery, I know. They're both M words. That's right. Mystery knit along is what the yes, I know, I know. I know, mystery. I wanna call it make, I'm not sure why. Oh, Louise says she's a monogamous knitter. Good for you. So you're finishing your lace t-shirt before you cast on the cake, but probably a good idea because I know, I can speak from experience. You cast on one thing and then the one that's not finished sometimes gets forgotten about. I know. I'm trying to rectify that. I really want to go back to my whiteboard and look and see what my oldest project is. Actually, you know what? I think I did that. I think I did that because I thought, that would make sense, right? Like to go back up to like February. Did I finish all January? No, I didn't. So, but what is that one in? Oh, I could do that. I I think what I did last time I looked at that because I thought the same thing. I should go back to January. I should see what that project finish it, and then I went up and I looked at it, and that gut, um, that feeling that you get or, like, that the words, that pop in your head, my first thought was, "Oh, that one." And it's like, "Oh, that is a sign," because if I like, that was my first I was like, "Oh, that oh." It wasn't like, "Oh, yeah, I could do that." It was like, "Ugh." So maybe that's a sign I should rethink that project, or I should just get it out and see what I'm stuck on, right? Because lots of times it's, again, it was it the right yarn choice? Did I have the right needle? Like what is stopping me from being like, oh yeah, I can just pick that up and work on it. So I should maybe tackle that. And it's a pot holder. It's a small project. It is a small project. That would work well in my numbers. I should really revisit that one and take a little break on my sweater knitting, knit a pot holder, get another finish, and then go back to my sweater. All right. That's another tick on the pot holder side. So maybe I will go find that and yeah, find it. Find it. That could be the stumbling block. But and then I can kind of work back. So some of those old in the year, I can get those finished off the needles. That's kind of my plan. Now that I'm gonna spend some time tomorrow planting all the flowers that we went and got. I had a friend help me and drive me to the nursery and do all the lifting and the everything for me. So, and she carried them all into the yard for me. So I'm going to just kind of put her away, do a little bit of potting, nothing in the ground. I can't put anything in the ground. Well, right now, anyways, maybe later in the year, but right now it's just container gardening is all I can do. So, gonna put away with that, and then I'll be able to sit outside and enjoy my flowers. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. Um, Sitting out there, some nice evenings outside knitting. It's always something I look forward to. So, guys, I think I'm gonna go. Our hour is up? We're at 9 o'clock. I'll just see if there's any other comments here that I have not seen. So, this yarn here, the spray, I am going to look for needles for this guy and do a gauge swatch. I will find some pictures of the pattern and I will try to post those. And hopefully, I'll have a little bit more done than a gauge swatch so I can show you that next week. And we'll see. Socks, sweaters, shawls, kind of got all the things on the needles right now. And I'll see what I get done. So, Jocelyn and I, we are not chatting this Thursday. So, um, yeah, catch Jocelyn and I in 2 weeks. Cheryl and I will be back on Saturday morning for the Fiber Friends podcast. And then, of course, I'll be back here on Monday with some more yarn. I don't know. Maybe we'll try capelet knitting again. I don't know. We'll see what I've got in store for next week. And I will show you progress on what I've been working on this week. So I hope everybody has a great knitting week. Enjoy your week. Find a little bit of knitting time, hopefully every day. And visit with you all next Monday. Have a great week, everybody. Happy knitting.